Good morning, and we're back again. You are lovely to keep joining me. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And I hope you've got some new ideas, fresh ideas for your Christmas, 12 days of Christmas, and it is fast approaching. In reality, I think we've got about 45 days to go or something like that. So it's going very, very quickly. So some quick ideas for you today, using some products that you may have already got in the last few days. And I thought I'd just recap with some different ones that you could be using. So first of all, I'm just going to show you this stencil. So this is the Snowflake Flurry stencil. This was part of a bundle offer, which was a few days ago. And we put some ink through our Starstream one, and that's something that you can do. But I thought, let's just put some Icing Diamond or any other glitter paste through. So what I've done is I've got some matte sapphire blue in the background here, and I've put some repositional sticky tape on it, so I'm hoping that that works because I haven't tried that before. And I'm just going to scrape on some of my Icing Diamond. Now, the Icing Diamond is sort of like a paste that is a suspension that has got a lot of glitter in it. So it's ideal for something like this. It isn't the finest of glitter, but it's ideal for something like this. It gives a lot of texture. And I've tried to use a colour that is very similar to the colour that I've already got on my card, so it just enhances it a bit. Now, I do know that I bent just before I was going to start this little devil here, so that bit is not going to come out so well. But luckily, I have done one already so that you can see how well it comes out, and hopefully you'll be able to see. So I'm just pasting that all on, pushing it through my stencil. And obviously the stencil has to be washed quite quickly because the glitter paste does dry very quickly. I don't want to be in danger of picking it up and then wiping it all off again, so I'm not going to be over precious with that, but just wipe my spatula off. Just going to take that off and then just show you, hopefully, how that comes out. So it's a very fine detail to have to actually try and do. So I'm just going to peel that off. And as I said, I know, unfortunately, that is going to go blobby. I do want it to go blobby, and I'm sorry about that, but I messed that up at the last minute, but had to go ahead with it. So the glue that I've got on there will dry off in a second, but you can see that that's a beautiful pattern. Unfortunately, I've got some that I can show you that I've done earlier, but I think it's nice to go with a colour that is actually very similar to the colour at the background. So I've got that glitter, but I've got sort of matte at the background. So let me show you what I've done with it. Just pop that to one side, and I must just wipe this off, otherwise we'll be in trouble, won't we? That's why I like using my silicone mat, so that I can just wipe this off and just... Should have let it dry a little bit, shouldn't I? Look at the mess I'm making. Look at the mess. That's better. Right, let's get the worst of it off at least. So, here is one I've done earlier. Now, this one was on the matte of the Air Force blue one, and then I've just put the blue on the top, and as you can see, that comes beautifully. And so basically, it could be the background for anything. So what I've done is I've done one in red as well. I'll bring up my finished card over. And I have simply trimmed it down to sit in the middle. So I've got a 5x7 card, I think it is there. I've trimmed it down, and then I've used my banner punch to cut out a piece in red and a piece in white. And I've actually just, I don't know if you can see that, given it just a really big, just folded it in the corners and just given it a big banner with my Happy Christmas over the top. And I think that that just makes a very, very simple card. Again, a bit of a batch card as well. So that's one way of using your stencil. Now the other way was how we used it the other day with putting lots of different ink through. So I'll just show you what I've done with that one. So I have incorporated it as the background on here, and I've simply used three different colours of blue in order to give the background and just keep adding to the background of my stencil. I've then taken the Snowflake Mandela. Now let me show you that again. The Snowflake Mandala is this. Came out with a range a couple of months ago, and you can just cut it in any different way that you like. You have got 4 different dies in the set. So we've got our basic one at the back, and I've cut it twice in this case, once with the glitter card. Gosh, it's so shiny. Once with the glitter card and once with the matte card. Then I've gone to the next size die down, and I've cut that out with the glitter card again. And then you've got 2 other little dies. One is the hexagon, and I've cut that out with the matte. And then the final layer, I've gone with my glitter card, and I've actually done the tiny little die in the centre. And I've matted these 2 here so that they're just off centre, so that you've got one die that comes out like this, and then the next die I've just put that off centre and put them completely flat. But I have got a bit of other foam going on. Don't know if you can see that. There's foam going on just to bring that up. But I think that doing it in the blues or in the reds or greens or anything else you like that, but just to get that stencil background, just gives that sort of, just a look of the snowflakes. And then with this piece, I've taken my banner punch again. So I've just taken this, and let me just show you how I would do that again. Oops. So I need to cut my piece of card. It depends on how wide you want it, but let's just say that we want a piece that is, oh, let's just get all this in. I want a piece that's about, I don't know, 2 inches wide, and then I want a piece of white card just to go with it, and we'll cut that piece at just about 1 3/4, so just a little bit narrower, so that we're going to have a border. So just cut those 2 pieces out, and so this is how I'm going to make the banners. I'm going to pop them into my banner punch. And I'm just going to put it in evenly so that my little guide at the bottom shows you how it should be. Press down, and I've got my fishtails. Put my other piece in, and again, try and get it so that it is as even as we can. Press down, and my 2 now then will go together like that, giving my lovely banner tails. Okay, now it's going to be a very short one, but I will just show you how to do the other side. Should have taken a longer piece for that, but I haven't. So let's just show you how I did the fishtails of it. So I need that to be the same size. So let me just, so fishtails went something like this. Just cut the other end. So we need to cut both ends for the fishtail banner. Like so, okay, and then you need to stick those 2 together, and this will make a very thick piece of card, so do just be a bit careful when you're trying to actually bend this, because in order just to make up my fishtail banner, I simply score, let's just get this for you, score along these lines. I'll turn it over, and I'm just going to score here, and that's at 2.5. But basically it's just very close to the edge there, and then another piece about 1.5 centimetres wider. Now this is going to be a bit silly because it's going to show you too much of a small banner. But this is just how I would get my little banner. So I fold that over there, fold that one, and then these ones simply fold back. And then that will give you a really nice little fishtail banner. Okay, so that's how I got the actual banner itself. Obviously it needs to be a bit longer if I was going to put something proper on it, but then your sentiment goes on there. Okay, so in this case I didn't use that, I just used the one side fish banner, fishtail, and on that I just did a sentiment that I embossed. And finally, as I just wanted to show you some other beautiful work that Jane, has been helping me with, and that was making my, let's get them out, making these into beautiful tree decorations. So here we've got double-sided glitter card, which means that we've only got to cut one piece out, with the Snowflake Mandela. Then she's used the silver as the centerpiece, and then the fuchsia again, and then the silver for the second piece. And every piece has been beautifully put gems in so that it really, really sparkles. And you can see that both sides are done. And then just for a single decoration, I've put some silver ribbon here and tied a bow on that. So what I've just poked the I've placed the silver ribbon through one of the holes here, and then I've tied the bow round it, so I've just gone round it like that. So those could all hang on your tree, and if you want to do your tree in a different colour every year, one packet of that and just double-sided glitter. Beautiful. Don't forget, if you're using double-sided glitter, make sure that you have a metal shim and that you put that underneath your die. So you have got metal shim, then paper or card, and then you're cutting side down, as if you're cutting into the metal, and you will find that this cuts out beautifully then. You could also add, put these all on ribbons and put them down as a banner display. So many different ideas for the Snowflake Mandala. And snowflakes galore, really, aren't we, today? So we're snowflaked out. We have got our beautiful snowflakes on here and on here. And then we have got our all different colours of the rainbow. You've got our snowflakes on here as well. So just some quick ideas. If you haven't managed to get them and now you think actually you can't live without them, I do have still just a few left of the Snowflake Mandala and the Snowflake Stencil. The Stencil does come as a part of a bundle, so you will get a bit of a special offer there. But lots of different ideas that you could use your snowflakes with. So thank you very much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow with some more ideas. Thank you. Bye.